This is not just a war between nations. This is a war for energy, and India is right in the middle of it. Hello, friends. I am Alok Oak, and you're watching Yugaswar. Every global conflict, whether in Europe, the Middle East, or Asia, has one immediate impact, and that impact is oil price rise. And when the oil price rise, India feels the shock instantly because we import overall 85% of our crude oil. That means our economy, our inflation, and even our daily lives are tied to the decisions made far beyond our borders. And this results into fuel become expensive and transport costs going up. Prices of everyday goods increases, and slowly and silently inflation eats into every household. So the real question is, can a growing superpower afford this level of dependence? India is trying to change this. Rapid push towards electric vehicles, exploration of hydrogen energy, and in fact, EV sales crossed 2 million units in 2024, while market projected to exceed 10 while market is projected to exceed $100 billion by 2030. A massive transformation is underway. But there's a critical gap. EVs don't run on petrol, they run on electricity. And today, a significant portion of India's electricity still comes from coal. So, are we truly solving this problem or just shifting it from roads to power plants? To break free completely, India needs clean, reliable, and large-scale energy. And one of the strongest options is nuclear power, but not the traditional uranium, which is a heavy model. Here, India has a unique advantage. While our uranium reserves are limited to around 76,000 tons, forcing us to rely on imports from countries like Russia and Canada, India possesses something far more powerful. That is thorium. India has the largest known thorium reserves in the world. About 1.07 million tons of thorium found in monazite sands along the shores. This is not just a resource, this is a long-term strategic asset. Thorium itself is not directly usable as fuel, but inside a nuclear reactor, it absorbs neutrons and transforms step by step into uranium-233, a powerful fissile material capable of generating energy. In simple terms, thorium, when converted, becomes a usable nuclear fuel. Thorium-based energy offers multiple advantages. One, higher fuel efficiency. Two, lower long-lived radioactive waste. 3, better thermal stability. 4, reduced redundant risk, which means cleaner energy, safer systems, and stronger security. Believe me, world is already moving. China is actively developing thorium molten salt reactors and accelerating research in this space, because whoever leads in energy leads in global power. India's challenge is not its vision. India's challenge is execution. Nuclear project face delays and cost overruns. Regulatory systems are tightly controlled. Limited private and global participation, and land acquisition and public concerns through expansion. Even key projects have seen multi-year delays. Yes, the 2008 NSG waiver opened doors for uranium imports and global cooperation. So, fuel access is no longer the main issue. The real issue is speed, scale, and execution. India already has the resource, the scientific capability, and the long-term nuclear roadmap. What it needs now is decisive action. So, because the future will not be decided by those who have energy, but by those who will control it. India can either remain dependent or rise as an energy leader. thorium is not just an alternative. It's India's opportunity to redefine its future. If this made you think, like this video, subscribe to the channel and share it with others, because informed citizens build powerful nations. Jai Hind.